Gene Kelly, born Eugene Curran Kelly on August 23, 1912, in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, grew up in a working-class Irish-American family during the hardships of the early 20th century. His upbringing instilled a strong sense of discipline and resilience. From an early age, Kelly exhibited a natural affinity for movement, rhythm, and physical expression. Despite this talent, he initially resisted dancing, partly because of societal expectations and teasing from peers, which made him wary of pursuing what was often considered a frivolous pursuit. However, his family's dance studio offered him a space to experiment and eventually fall in love with the art. These formative experiences, combined with his Irish-American work ethic, created a foundation for the future Hollywood icon. While he initially pursued law at the University of Pittsburgh, it was the joy he found in teaching and performing dance that gradually shifted his ambitions, paving the way for a legendary career in musicals that would leave a lasting imprint on American cinema. Broadway beginnings and Hollywood breakthrough. In the late 1930s, Kelly moved to New York City, immersing himself in the vibrant world of Broadway. His early stage performances showcased not only his technical skill, but also his charisma and natural magnetism. His breakout came in 1940 with the lead role in Pal Joey, where critics and audiences alike were captivated by his athleticism and stage presence. The role drew the attention of Hollywood producers, opening the door to a cinematic career. In 1942, he made his film debut in For Me and My Gal alongside Judy Garland, signaling the start of a meteoric rise. Kelly's performances were notable for their innovative blending of ballet, tap, and everyday movement, a style that set him apart from his contemporaries. He was not only a dancer, but a storyteller through motion, emphasizing emotion and narrative in every step. These early experiences on stage and screen laid the groundwork for his enduring influence on the musical genre and established him as a unique creative force. Innovating dance on film Gene, Kelly's contribution to film extended beyond his personal skill. He transformed the way dance was presented on screen. Unlike many dancers who perform for the camera, Kelly danced with it, using dynamic tracking shots, deep focus, and cinematic framing to integrate choreography into the story itself. His approach turned dance into visual poetry, making it an essential part of narrative cinema rather than a mere spectacle. By blending ballet with tap, modern dance, and pedestrian gestures, Kelly humanized dance, making it accessible and relatable. This philosophy reflected his belief that dance should be democratic and inclusive, appealing to audiences beyond elite performers. His technical innovation was matched by emotional expressiveness, as he conveyed joy, frustration, or longing through movement. Kelly's influence reshaped Hollywood musicals, proving that dance could carry narrative weight and emotional depth, and inspiring generations of performers and choreographers who followed in his footsteps, singing in the rain and iconic roles. One of Kelly's most celebrated achievements was Singin' in the Rain, 1952, a film that showcased his multifaceted talent as a dancer, actor, singer, and choreographer. The iconic title sequence, in which Kelly joyfully splashes through puddles with an umbrella while battling a 103-degree fever, remains one of cinema's most enduring images. Beyond technical skill, the sequence exemplified his dedication, charm, and authenticity. Kelly's other films, such as An American in Paris, 1951, On the Town, 1949, Anchors Aweigh, 1945, and Brigadoon, 1954, further cemented his legacy. In each, he blended athleticism, theatricality, and emotional resonance, often collaborating with other top performers of the era. His work behind the scenes as a choreographer and director ensured that every element served the story. These roles established Kelly as a central figure in the golden age of Hollywood musicals and solidified his reputation as a transformative force in both dance and film. Collaborative spirit and comedic partnerships. Throughout his career, Kelly frequently collaborated with other talented performers, creating partnerships that became legendary. His on-screen pairing with Donald O'Connor stands out as a particularly electric combination, blending Kelly's meticulous choreography with O'Connor's improvisational energy. Kelly often expressed deep admiration for O'Connor's versatility, praising his natural comedic timing, athletic prowess, and vaudeville-honed spontaneity. Unlike some dancers who came from classical backgrounds, O'Connor's experience performing live shaped his ability to adapt, improvise, and elevate complex routines effortlessly. Their collaborations, including the iconic Moses Supposes number in Singin' in the Rain, highlighted a balance between Kelly's precision and O'Connor's playful dynamism. Kelly later described these moments as some of the most joyful of his career, emphasizing that the experience of dancing alongside O'Connor was both professionally stimulating and personally rewarding, demonstrating a deep mutual respect that went beyond the screen. Choreographic philosophy and artistic vision. Kelly's approach to choreography was revolutionary. He aimed to embed dance into the narrative rather than treating it as an isolated spectacle. This philosophy extended to both his solo work and collaborations, ensuring that movement emerged naturally from character and emotion. He sought to make dance accessible to all audiences, not only those trained in classical ballet. This approach humanized the genre, allowing everyday gestures to carry narrative significance and emotional depth. Kelly's insistence on innovation also included exploring new cinematic techniques, such as long takes and tracking shots, which allowed dance to unfold organically within the frame. By blending storytelling, technical prowess, and creative intuition, Kelly redefined what musical films could achieve, leaving an enduring influence on the industry. Personal life. Marriages and family gene. Kelly's personal life was deeply intertwined with his artistic journey. His first marriage, to actress Betsy Blair, began in 1941 and lasted 16 years. Their bond reflected both romantic and professional collaboration, supporting each other through the challenges of early Hollywood. Kelly's second marriage, to choreographer Jean Coyne, began in 1960 and lasted until her death in 1973. Coyne had been a longtime creative collaborator, and their relationship combined professional synergy with emotional closeness. Together, they had 2 children, Timothy and Bridget. In 1990, Kelly married Patricia Ward, his biographer and assistant, forming a loving partnership in his final years, despite a significant age difference. Ward remained devoted to preserving Kelly's legacy after his death in 1996. These marriages illustrate different chapters of Kelly's life, from early ambition to creative partnership, and finally companionship, reflecting the evolving rhythms of his personal journey. Commitment to social justice. Beyond his artistic contributions, Kelly was a pioneer in advocating for social equality within Hollywood. He was outspoken about racial injustice and took concrete steps to integrate castes and ensure fair treatment for African American performers. For example, in The Pirate, 1948, he insisted that dancer Fiard Nicholas receive equal screen presence, a bold stance in an era of segregation. Kelly's advocacy extended to promoting inclusive storytelling, supporting performers from diverse backgrounds, and using his influence to challenge entrenched biases. This commitment demonstrated that his artistry was inseparable from his values. His belief in equality and accessibility mirrored his broader choreographic philosophy, making dance and film relevant to all, not just a privileged few. By combining creative excellence with social consciousness, Kelly modeled a form of artistry that was both innovative and ethically grounded. Late career and legacy. In his later years, Kelly transitioned to directing and television work, including the 1969 film Hello, Dolly, starring Barbra Streisand. He remained active in choreographing and performing selectively, even as his pace slowed. Throughout the 1980s and 1990s, he appeared in interviews and television specials, reflecting on the evolution of Hollywood musicals, emphasizing the importance of preserving classic films. His contributions were widely recognized through numerous honors, including a Kennedy Center Award in 1982 and a Lifetime Achievement Oscar for choreography in 1952. Kelly's legacy is defined by his groundbreaking integration of dance into film, his commitment to emotional authenticity, and his mentorship of future generations. He remains a benchmark for performers and choreographers, striving to blend technical excellence with storytelling artistry. Admiration for Donald O'Connor. Among Kelly's collaborations, his work with Donald O'Connor remains particularly celebrated. Beyond their professional chemistry, Kelly expressed profound respect for O'Connor as an artist in person. He admired O'Connor's relentless energy, comedic genius, and ability to make even the most demanding routines seem effortless. Kelly recognized that O'Connor's vaudeville upbringing gave him a distinct versatility, allowing him to improvise and bring spontaneity to every performance. In interviews, Kelly often highlighted the joy of working alongside O'Connor, noting that the playful energy he brought elevated their routines and made the grueling rehearsal process genuinely enjoyable. The Moses Supposes number is frequently cited as a pinnacle of their collaboration, combining technical mastery with humor, timing, and mutual trust. Kelly's reflections convey that his respect for O'Connor was rooted not just in admiration for talent, but in appreciation for a shared creative spirit. Conclusion: a life of art, collaboration, and legacy. Gene Kelly's life was defined by innovation, discipline, and an enduring passion for dance and storytelling. From his early years in Pittsburgh to his Broadway breakthroughs and Hollywood stardom, he transformed the musical genre and left an indelible mark on cinema. His collaborations, particularly with Donald O'Connor, highlighted the blend of precision and spontaneity that made his performances unforgettable. Beyond the stage and screen, Kelly championed social equality, making a lasting impact on the culture of Hollywood. His personal life, shaped by meaningful marriages and family, reflected the same artistry, care, and integrity he brought to his work. Gene Kelly's legacy continues to inspire performers, filmmakers, and audiences, celebrating a life where passion, creativity, and humanity move together in perfect rhythm.